I absolutely love orbs. I believe orbs to be spirits riding in a circular container, and that's how their soul or their spirit travels to us, to other planets, to other dimensions. When I could approach these instances of capturing pictures of orbs with the awe of a child, with giggles in my heart, and just a grin from ear to ear, and just expecting everything. As I do with everything, I would always bring God in first. I would play my Indian drum to the spirits. I would play my Indian flute. I danced around the yard. I saw this in a video of an ashram in India, that when you held your hands up to the heavens and showed reverence to these spirits, the more they would show. And oh my goodness, the more excited I get and the more childlike I get, the more gifts I get from the spirit world. So use your imagination and unleash that inner child. I would pull out my Indian drum. I would play my flute. I would throw my arms up to the heaven, embracing and calling them in. The more I acted with the knowing of a child, just open to it all, jumping up and down and dancing when they showed themselves. I can see them in the flash sometimes, and I'll know when they're just going to be just swarms of them in my photos. You can feel them in the air intuitively. You know when they're around. I've literally had God or spirits tell me to stop my car and get out and take a picture, and I would just get some of the wildest pictures. Or they'd tell me to turn around and point in a certain part of the forest, and I would just get beautiful, beautiful things to remind me that there is so much more to life than we have been told. So much more to life. So in this video, this is my intro to orbs. I'm showing you some of the pictures I've gotten over the last decade or more. And I'm also going to tell you a story about the first time they appeared. And I'm going to try to get into a storytelling mode with my orbs, because what they've got to teach us, what we can learn from them, it's incredible. And the veil is so thin now, and these things are coming out in so many people's pictures. So I'll give you some examples of what I've seen and give you some hints on how you can get them for yourself in your own pictures and go from there. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I've enjoyed them appearing in my life. So I took my digital camera out and I put a pretty good flash on there. And you want to do this at sunrise or sunset. That in between is the best time to capture orbs. If you use a flash, it tends to bring them out better. I can, in the line of the flash going off to either side of my eyes, I call it my dolphin eyes or my dolphin vision. I can see the orbs in the flash and get an idea, if I know what's coming up, that I'm going to have some good pictures, and that it's really lively outside. They do communicate with us telepathically. It's quite an interesting place to go when you start getting these orbs. So my first time out, I took my Indian drum. I took my Indian flute. I probably gave the spirits a 20-minute performance right around my heart garden. This is a garden that I planted that year, and I wanted to really do some special things with it, so I made it a heart-shaped garden. And that garden created miracles for me that year. I used no fertilizer, and things grew like you would not believe. Love, the spirits, bringing the spirits in, talking to your garden, sleeping in your garden. All this stuff really adds to what is possible when we connect to the web of life, when we connect to the earth, when we connect to God, and we know that we're all one within this. Anything is possible from a pure heart. So this first time over my heart garden, I did about 20 minutes of flute playing, drum playing, and some dancing, and then started shooting pictures. I shot about 75 pictures. I got one orb, and I can't find that right now in one picture. And then I got this massive shot at orbs towards the end, the last 2 or 3 pictures. But I got absolutely nothing in any of the other pictures. So you got to get a relationship going with them, and you got to get to talking to them, feeling them in your heart, and absolutely anything is possible with what comes. So when I started snapping pictures, I specifically said to the spirit world, I said, you know what, those flurry of white orbs are fantastic. I said, but you know how I like color. Do you mind doing mine in color? And this is what appeared. And it just was the best gift of that summer ever. Just absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, and if you are so inspired, please like our video. And please, while you're out and about today and tomorrow, if you see somebody that needs a smile, needs a pat on the back, needs you to buy them a soda or a water just to pick up their day, there's a lot of people that are very isolated, and showing you care could do a whole lot